When Albert Einstein passed away, he explicitly wished for his remains to be cremated, but those final requests were ignored. Instead, a pathologist named Thomas Harvey performed an unauthorized autopsy and stole the scientist's brain for private study. This illicit act eventually opened a window into one of history's greatest minds, revealing striking biological anomalies that help explain how his intellect was, quite literally, ahead of its time. For decades, researchers have analyzed this stolen organ, searching for the physical signature of genius. What they discovered challenges our understanding of human potential and brain structure. While we often view brilliance as an abstract quality, the physical evidence found within Einstein's neural pathways suggests a foundation built on unique biological advantages. Today, we go deep into the science behind the genius to uncover exactly what made his mind different from our own. We will explore the specialized lobes, the lack of traditional structural barriers, and the enhanced connectivity that allowed him to visualize complex physics in ways others never could. To understand why Einstein perceived the universe differently, we must examine the parietal lobes, the regions of the brain responsible for mathematical processing, spatial reasoning, and visual motor coordination. In most individuals, these areas follow a standard structural blueprint, but in Einstein's case, they were remarkably different. Specifically, research on his preserved brain revealed that these parietal lobes were approximately 15% wider than those of the average person. This significant increase in size was not merely anatomical trivia. It provided the physical substrate necessary for his extraordinary cognitive abilities. By possessing expanded parietal regions, Einstein had an enhanced capacity for mental imagery, allowing him to visualize abstract physics problems such as riding alongside a beam of light with a clarity that others could not achieve. This spatial intuition was the engine of his thought experiments, enabling him to manipulate complex concepts in his mind before ever committing them to paper. It serves as powerful evidence that his genius was grounded in a unique biological foundation that optimized his brain for high-level analytical and spatial tasks. Beyond the sheer size of specific regions, the internal topography of Einstein's brain held another startling secret. In a standard human brain, a major deep groove, known as the Sylvian fissure, typically acts as a separator, dividing the frontal and parietal lobes from the temporal lobe. However, in Einstein's case, this specific groove was largely missing or abnormally shortened. This structural anomaly is far more significant than it might initially appear. By lacking this traditional barrier, the different functional regions of his brain were physically closer and potentially better integrated. This allowed for a higher level of crosstalk between areas that are usually isolated from one another in the average mind. Essentially, the lack of this deep groove may have facilitated a more seamless flow of information, enabling Einstein to merge logical analysis with creative intuition in a way that bridged the gap between complex physics and conceptual imagination. Communication between the left and right hemispheres of the brain is mediated by a dense bundle of fibers called the corpus callosum. Research into Einstein's anatomy revealed that this bridge was unusually thick. In the context of neuroscience, This structural density suggests a massive superhighway for information, allowing for significantly faster communication between the two halves of the brain. This enhancement is crucial because it bridges the gap between different cognitive styles. While the left hemisphere is typically associated with logical, analytical, and sequential thought, the right hemisphere is often linked to creativity, spatial awareness, and intuitive leaps. Einstein's thick corpus callosum likely allowed these two distinct modes of thinking to synchronize with unparalleled efficiency. This deep integration provided him with a unique cognitive architecture where his raw analytical power was constantly fueled and informed by his intuitive, imaginative capacity, creating a seamless and powerful mental synthesis. The final, most striking discovery regarding Einstein's brain was its exceptionally high density of neurons. Think of neurons as the fundamental processing units within a computer. By packing more of these units into the same volume of space, Einstein's brain effectively gained a higher processing power than that of an average individual. This increased neural density provided him with the capacity to hold multiple, complex and layered concepts simultaneously, allowing him to manipulate intricate ideas with remarkable ease. Ultimately, studying Einstein's brain serves as more than just a fascination with a historical icon. It challenges us to consider the relationship between biological, structure, and intellectual achievement. While his brain certainly possessed unique advantages, it forces a larger question about human potential. Is genius strictly a product of biology, or is it something that can be cultivated? As we close this look into the mind of a visionary, remember that while Einstein's physical architecture was rare, his legacy serves as a testament to the power of curiosity, imagination, and the relentless pursuit of understanding the universe's most profound mysteries.